Many industries are connecting more and more devices to optimize their operations. Be it manufacturing, utilities, transportation, or any industry that comes to your mind, everyone is expanding their network footprint. Now, with AI-driven analytics and machine vision, they are able to optimize their operations and hit their key performance metrics. In this case, the network, which acts as a nervous system that takes the data from these end devices to a cloud application or a virtualized controller or any other application, becomes even more crucial. The network not only has to be high-performing or scalable, but at the same time reliable, secure, and capable of performing in challenging environments. Something that only Cisco can offer. Hi, I'm Prashant Manyar, and I'm the product manager with Industrial Switching Portfolio, and I'm very excited to introduce to you the IE3500 series of switches. The IE3500 series of switches brings Cisco-designed ASIC into our DIN rail and heavy-duty platform to give you the network infrastructure of the future and make you ready for AI applications, virtualization, and large-scale networks. The IE3500 Rugged series is divided into 3 variants. You have the base GIGI variant, which has 2 models, the data and PoE model. Both these models have 3 fiber uplinks and 8 copper downlinks. On the PoE model, the copper downlinks are capable of doing up to 30 watts of PoE power and a total power budget of 360 watts. On the advanced model, we've taken it up a notch and added 480 watts of power budget. Not only that, we've added lossless redundancy protocols like HSR, PRP, and DLR in need of lossless redundancy. The last is the 10 gig variant, which is a powerhouse of the switch, which has 3 10 gig fiber uplinks that are capable of doing up to 10 gig speeds with SFP+, and the copper downlinks are capable of doing up to 90 watts of power and a total power budget of 480 watts. With this switch, you can meet all the PoE requirements for your end devices. The whole IE3500 Rugged series switches are IP30 rated and come with dual power input. They support SD card, which has the swap drive feature, which is famously used by a lot of our customers to remove out those defective devices seamlessly with the one in reserve. We upgraded our USB port to USB-C so that you can easily use a regular everyday USB-C charging cable to do a command line access to the switch. In case you have a high port density requirement where you need a lot of ports, we offer expansion modules in the form of 4, 8, and 16 ports, and you can choose whichever you like based on your deployment. In case you have deployments that has a lot of spills, dust, and washdowns, we offer the same capabilities in an IP67 form factor with the IE3500H heavy-duty series switches. These switches come in 3 variants. You have a PoE, an FE with GIGI uplinks, and a GIGI variant. The PoE comes with 2 models. You have the first model that is capable of doing full gigabit Ethernet speeds with 30 watts per port of PoE capacity. The second is our 10 gig model. Yes, it's a 10 gig model, and for the first time, we are bringing 10 gig speeds in IP67 form factor. We've also added up to 60 watts of PoE capacity on the switch. Both the PoE models are capable of doing up to 240 watts of power budget. The fast Ethernet SKUs with GIGI uplinks offer customers a mix of decode and excode capabilities on the same switch. The last is our GIGI variants, which have 3 form factors, an 8, 16, and 24 port switch. We've also added a 16-port advanced model, which has HSR, PRP, and DLR support. What separates the IE3500 from the rest is its software capabilities. In automation, customers are taking the control further away from the end devices and virtualizing it. These time-critical control packets contend in the network with AI and machine vision packets. This creates a lot of jitter. To reduce jitter for the control traffic, we are introducing TSN frame preemption. With TSN frame preemption, the control traffic, which is in the express queue, will always get priority over the low priority or best effort traffic. A lot of these devices are connecting in roadways, manufacturing, and places where the data from the end devices traverses across multiple networks, either owned or unowned. To ensure these devices meet their real-time requirements, an outage needs to be prevented. With 1000 ICE support on the i3500 series switches, we are capable of ensuring that there is no network outage. In Cisco, we believe in unified management, and we want to offer the choice to the customer. With Meraki Cloud Management, for the first time on industrial switching, we are able to do cloud or give the customer a choice to take on-prem management option. And with Catalyst Center or Meraki as a choice for the customer, they can manage their IT and the OT network with a single management tool. I mentioned earlier that the networks are getting larger and larger, and hence the attack surface for these networks is getting bigger. Visibility and inline segmentation is crucial. We support CyberVision on the i3500 series switches and TrustSec to do the segmentation to prevent threat propagation across different parts of the network. We've added support for secure equipment access to give your vendors, contractors access to your network and equipment so that they don't need to do truck rolls and reduce their operating cost. These large-scale networks need to be able to scale very easily, and layer 2 networks have inherently been limiting for that. We believe that adding a layer 3 fabric over your layer 3 network helps simplify this. So with the i3500 series switches, we are offering Cisco's software-defined access and BGP VPN-based architecture choices. The end devices that are also growing on the network are getting more and more power hungry. Adding separate power cables and power supply is ever cumbersome. So we are extending our PoE capacity across the portfolio. On the rugged series switches, the i3500 will support up to 90 watts per port of PoE and a 480 watts of power budget. On the i3500H, we'll support up to 60 watts of PoE and 240 watts of power budget. Both these models, the rugged series and the heavy duty series, supports fast and perpetual PoE to give you that seamless PoE experience. i3500 rugged series and the heavy duty series have exhaustive features and class-leading performance and scale. With this, we believe they can be the network infrastructure for the future that supports AI models, AI applications, virtualization, and large scalability. For more information on these switches, please log into cisco.com/go-i3500 and cisco.com/go/i3500h for more information.